The girl did not think of escaping after being kidnapped by a robber. She only thought about how to marry him. Looking at her anxious parents on the screen, she smiled without any hesitation. It turned out that in the past 14 years, mother never let her eat at the table. She always poured the food on the ground, raising her like a dog. She only got 82 points in the final exam by mistake. Mother angrily smashed the wine bottle, cruelly scratched her cheek. Father watched silently beside her. He turned around and played with his phone as if nothing had happened. She finally got 98 points that day. She happily handed the test paper to father. Father picked up the test paper expressionlessly, looked up at Sachiko, turned to look at his wife again, then got up and walked to the bedroom. Mother seemed to get instructions at this moment. At school, classmates wrote insulting words on Sachiko's desk. They mocked her verbally after writing. Sachiko beside could only watch silently, daring not to stop them. The teacher appeared at this time, asked her if she had any troubles, told her to meet at the usual place. She thought she would get comfort, but this beast teacher only added insult to injury. Sachiko returned home at night and found the door locked. She stood at the door for a while and could not bear it anymore, picked up her school bag and threw the textbooks on the ground, then walked happily on the road alone. She did not notice a stalker behind her. He followed Sachiko all the way to an abandoned church. Every time mother did not let Sachiko go home, she would come here to stay overnight. She could get rid of all restraints here, and laugh wantonly for a while. Sachiko went to the river early the next morning. The stalker behind watched all this silently. Sachiko walked slowly into the river, trying to end her nightmarish life. The stalker grabbed Sachiko at this moment, said he knew almost everything about her situation. It was better to run away with me than to commit suicide. Surprisingly, Sachiko was not afraid. She smiled happily and asked if he was sent by heaven to save her. Then she was kidnapped by this man. Sachiko went home with the man, found the wall covered with her photos. The news began to report the kidnapped Sachiko at this time. The police began to hunt the kidnapper with all their strength. The first decent meal she ever had was cooked by the man who kidnapped her. A simple meal made Sachiko call the kidnapper brother affectionately. He smiled and nodded to accept the title. Then he asked Sachiko to dress up as a boy, planning to take her out to play. This made Sachiko, who lacked love since childhood, very happy. Just walking around with him filled her with happiness. Maybe in some parallel universe he is Sachiko's brother. This is also the first time she felt happy from the heart. Back home, Sachiko took all the old photos and replaced them with photos of her and her brother now. She wanted to decorate the one bedroom with happiness, but when she turned on the computer, it made her feel extremely sick. A classmate who bullied her learned she was kidnapped and put on a completely different face, posting videos online to cash in on her popularity. She turned off the video and cursed these hypocrites. Sachiko knew none of them truly cared about her from the heart. She also understood the fake happiness at this moment could never come true. Meanwhile, the beast teacher went to Sachiko's home, asking if the injuries on Sachiko before her disappearance were caused by mother. He smiled happily after getting the answer. Then this guy pretended to be the kidnapper and posted videos online, hinting to Sachiko in the video to meet him at the usual place if she wanted him to stop. This made her realize this man was the beast teacher. Sachiko did not want her brother to be framed, so she secretly sent the agreed time and place to the teacher. The man who received the message laughed like crazy. In the evening, Sachiko arrived at the warehouse near the school as promised. The beast was already waiting here early. He walked slowly towards Sachiko and locked the gate behind him. Sachiko threw herself into the beast man's arms, pretending she had just escaped from being kidnapped, hoping the man would delete the video, but the man saw through her directly. "You will run away immediately once I delete the video, right?" Sachiko was not weak even after being seen through. She took out a dagger hidden in her bag, ready to die with the man. The man stepped back slowly at the sight and started verbally insulting her, then knocked the dagger out of her hand while she was off guard. He returned home and found it ransacked, hurriedly took out his phone to check the surveillance, found that Sachiko had also taken the fruit knife from home. He immediately sensed something was wrong. Sachiko had been strange since watching the video. He deduced that Sachiko had recognized the man in the video. He quickly looked through the photos he secretly took of Sachiko before, found the place Sachiko visited most often was the abandoned warehouse near the school. Meanwhile, the beast man was still talking nonsense. As expected, villains die from talking too much. Just as Sachiko despaired and gave up resistance, the warehouse door was suddenly opened. The kidnapper brother appeared and filmed the whole crime process of the beast man. The beast man flew into a rage, picked up the dagger on the ground to resist, but was subdued by brother in just a few moves. Just after the two left the warehouse, the police broke in. Brother had made an anonymous call to the police before entering the warehouse and reported all the crimes of the beast teacher. The male police officer found photos and a memory card on the ground, while the man remained unmoved. The female police officer appeared with his phone, playing the original video of the fake kidnapping he recorded. The man had just shot himself in the foot, proving himself to be the real kidnapper. Sachiko took brother to the abandoned church, wanting to hold a wedding with him right now. Then she held the photos and thanked brother for caring about her. but he refused to play pretend with Sachiko, telling Sachiko to seek real happiness. He confessed to Sachiko, when he first met her, he could tell from her eyes that they were the same kind of people, both lost any meaning to live, so he hated her at that time, but could not help starting to care about her. When he saw her being bullied by classmates, he took out his phone to take photos instead of stopping them, because whenever there was something he hated, he would stick it on the wall, and forget the trouble once he got tired of looking. But things changed unconsciously. He only realized when he saw Sachiko trying to kill herself by the river, that they were different. Sachiko could face her fears, but he dared not. Kidnapping you was only to take away your determination to die. All the words he said before were to dissuade her, so he could not hold a wedding with her. After hearing all this, Sachiko picked up the dagger and looked at brother, rushed toward him and brother's terrified eyes. 1 second she called him brother affectionately, the next she put a knife to the man's neck. She smiled and told him, if you are ready, you must let me end you then. But before that moment comes, please live for me. Sachiko with the knife made another promise with brother. They would both live for each other's happiness. Then brother took out from his pocket a candy ring bought at a convenience store, walked slowly to Sachiko, put the ring representing a happiness contract on her. Sachiko's father took out a divorce agreement. He feared the child abuse scandal would ruin his reputation, so he threatened his wife to sign it, to shift all the blame to her. The police station also got witness testimony, and began to hunt the kidnapper brother, but they were gone when the police arrived. The two knew at this moment, they could not go back to their happy one-bedroom, so the two started to run away. They found a 3-bedroom apartment by the sea to live in. Sachiko went to the seaside alone to relax that day, enjoying the breath of freedom, but a mysterious girl's appearance interrupted her. She greeted Sachiko warmly, but Sachiko did not want any contact with her. She just wanted to leave here quickly. The girl stopped her when she saw this. Sachiko turned around and found the girl was covered in bruises just like her. But this girl was unusually cheerful, full of hope for life. Sachiko's heart began to waver, though she enjoyed the present happiness very much. A voice inside her was calling her to return to reality. When the mysterious girl raised her phone to call the police for her, she was afraid to face the reality again. To stop the mysterious girl from calling the police, Sachiko knocked her over by accident. The mysterious girl fell slowly under the embankment. Sachiko was scared and panicked. The man who rushed over told her, the supposed girl was merely a figment of her imagination. It was her true and real inner thought. The man encouraged Sachiko to face the reality, and what she needed to do was to face everything. Face her parents who abused her, face the beast teacher who sexually assaulted her, face the fact that she might lose the man. Sachiko could not accept such reality and ran away. Sachiko sat by the sea enjoying the sea breeze, thinking about all this quietly. Suddenly that beast teacher appeared. He saw Sachiko's figure in the news last time, then tracked her all the way here. Since he was framed and caught by the man last time, the beast teacher became crazy. Sachiko ran away in a hurry, but was chased all the way by the beast teacher. He chased her to a dead end. Sachiko had no way to escape. The beast teacher grabbed Sachiko's hair. He still delusionally wanted to be with Sachiko, but Sachiko's refusal this time drove him completely crazy.